Greetings, YouTube. A huge congratulations to Kickrocks to start this broadcast off for being 2 points into the gauntlet. I've heard it's not as bad as it seems, especially the left path. I'm worried about the Absorbing Man fight, but I think I've got enough revives. I don't think I can record it. I'm really nervous about that. I just don't like recording such failure, you know? Bimboy and Han, what's up? Colton, Breckus here, and Slain. Yes. What's up, LCR Transparency? Cold. I don't know why Cold Illinois made me cough. The Jiggly. Earth 25 sent forum post on Act 8.4 words. Oh my gosh. Let's look at it. Well, I'll hide the sponsorship information. We gotta do an emergency. We gotta talk about that. BG and Legacy are streaming. See, that's my ultimate fear. That is my ultimate fear, is streaming that content. Because I know it's just going to be embarrassing. Inslane's over here with Prof. Thank you. Rewards look sweet. Okay, good. Alright, I'm going to hide the donation amount. And honors to... Okay, here we go. Let's pull up the post. Ryan Veda, let's talk about 8.4. Good to see you. Wow, I have like a million messages. A million messages. This is actually kind of alarming. Alright, 25. Alright, let's start with this. Also, we will wait to bark the chicken. Out of principle. Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I was gone all day. All day. And got home, jumped on the computer, went to broadcast, and my man XXR25, as well as several others, messaged me forum post links, including Act 8, Chapter 4, The Darkest Dawn, and my mom's name is Dawn, D-A-W-N, literally spelled the same way, so this is a little triggering for me. Welcome to the fourth and final chapter of Marvel Contest of Champions Act 8. This chapter is intended to be the exciting conclusion, and in fairness, this is the content that I've enjoyed the most. To the adventures of Karina and her battle against the insidious organization Ouroboros. As such, we've ratcheted up some of the difficulty in the design of Chapter 4 to present a more appropriate challenge. Those words are kind of scary. Are you saying that Chapter 3 was a non-appropriate challenge? Because it felt great to me. Leave it to me to finally wreck some content and feel good about it and not have to use many revives and they say it wasn't appropriate content. I digress. Don't worry though, we've made sure to keep the rewarding gameplay and explosive damage that everyone's come to expect from story quest fights. So ascend those champions, spend money, rank up those relics, more money, and see if you have what it takes to overcome Act 8 Chapter 4 Darkest Dawn. As mentioned in the previous release of Act 8 Chapter 3, we've reduced the scope of story quest content as outlined below. One act composed of 4 chapters. Each chapter consists of 6 quests. Chapter 4's quests are composed of 3 paths with 6 encounters per path, 3 final bosses not path dependent, 1 to 3 choice nodes found just before fighting the final bosses. Choice nodes located just before the final bosses give players the chance to swap out a non-KO'd 5 or 6 star champion for another in their roster. The freshly swapped in champion will enter the quest at full health and ready to rumble. Always love that. Summoners will find these choice nodes after the final path fight, blah, blah, blah. Quest energy cost. I also love that the quest consists of 3 paths. Love that. Average of 23 nodes per path. Each path contains 6 fights, plus the final boss fight. Also love that. That's one of the reasons why I love this content so much. It's actually achievable. Before we start talking about the new nodes in Act 8, it's important to mention the global nodes in every quest intended to empower your champions and strikers. While these may seem like a lot of effects to consider, many of these occur in the background and shouldn't be causes for concern. Adrenaline Rush, Hold the Line, Pulling Rank 6 stars, Pulling Rank 7 stars, Free Spirited, and then Going Berserk. Weapon nodes have been an important mechanic throughout Act 8, with players using their wits and their roster to disarm opponents and punish them with improved unarmed damage or by capturing the weapon node for themselves. Chapter 4, we'll see these desperate opponents finally fight back. When I think of Berserk nodes, I think of Weapon X, you know? Whereas unarmed and capture nodes allow players to turn the powers of quest nodes against their opponents, Berserk nodes unlock dangerous new abilities for the defender, while their weapon node is disarmed or captured. Hey, I've been saying to you Paragon players, of which there are thousands that don't have this done, if you are going to become Valiant from Act 8, Chapter 4, of which I suspect many of you will, Kabam wants to make it hard on you. They want to still get that sweet, sweet cash on the way to becoming Valiant before you become Valiant for, of course, why is it April? Because spring cleaning rewards / offers come out this month as well. All right, make me one with everything for this final chapter in Act 8. One of the diversified challenges presented in order to really test the limits of Summoner skills and roster. We've loaded up Act 8.4 with a wide variety of new effects and nodes, focusing on broader RPG demands and mechanics. Rather than constraining ourselves to specific classes, we've set up a series of nodes looking for niche mechanics to counter daunting defender threats. But don't worry, if you don't have a perfect counter, we've opened up the design of these nodes to allow for alternative mechanics to help bridge the gap. I do worry. I worry about how Kabam has said that in the past, but literally if you didn't have the perfect counter, it would cost you like 1,000 more units sometimes in fights. And so it's easy for Kabam to say, hey, it doesn't matter if you don't have all the champions, but then punish you if you don't have the best champion, especially if they're a newer champion. Like imagine if you needed, say, the Serpent on one of these nodes. How many people outside of some Valiant players or very lucky Paragon players would have a 6 or 7 star Serpent ready to use? Against the Dying of the Light, Act 8, Chapter 4, features the stunning conclusion of Karina's War, against Venice, blah, blah, blah. Reduce the contest to ashes. Let's talk about rewards, please. Act 8 completion rewards. The 6-star rank up gem 3 to 4 is, dare I say, irrelevant? Like, okay, 6-star awakening gems are also irrelevant. The first 2 rewards of these are things that most players get already. Like, I'm not saying they're irrelevant as in you can't use them, but for them to be some of the top best rewards, like these feel like more like throw-ins than the main meat of the reward sandwich, so to speak. 6-star 6 stones, 6-star Nexus. I don't know anybody who's really looking for these items right now to complete an act, but okay. The 7-star shards are very, very bad. Thank God for path tiers. And then 7 tier 3 alpha, 7 tier 6 basic, that's good. Although again, Valiant players get those very easily now. Chapter 4 exploration rewards. This is what we were expecting. Please tell me that there is a way for Valiant players. There we go. Act 8 exploration rewards. 1 7-star rank up gem, 2 to 3 crystal. Oh, can you imagine the outrage if that line wasn't in there? And if all of these rewards were just 6-star rewards and 7-star rewards to rank 2? That would be like the end of the game. That would have been bad. I'm still not impressed with the 8.4 rewards themselves. I think the 7-star rank up gem is what I care about most, obviously. The 6-star rank up gems from 4 to 5 are going to be nice, but the value that they had even 6 months ago is just not the same as it is now with all the other changes that have been made for Valiant rewards. But this is, so many Paragon players have fully explored all of Act 8. And by the way, you Paragon players now, until spring cleaning, though, the question's going to be, should I wait to do this and see what the spring cleaning offers are first? And yeah, I think the answer might be yes, because you're also going to be in a position where you can totally save yourself some stress if you can become Valiant without doing this exploration first. That's my advice. I think that's sort of my takeaway from this forum post. Final words. We'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who came out for the Act 8 Chapter 4 beta. I did attempt it, merrily. What's up, Elrond? I think the Act 8 completion and exploration rewards are obviously why we're excited about this. These are all I care about. The actual chapter rewards feel like they're from like the beginning of 2023, maybe. But when we talk about Act and chapters, it's all about exploration. And that's part of why Kabam has lowered the numbers of paths so much, is they want to make it more achievable than it used to be, especially Act 6. But at the same time, there's going to be some hesitation for Valiant players to rush. Because Valiant players, I don't know, the difference for me between one more 7-star from rank 2 to rank 3 is not that big of a deal. But with that being said, if I start it and it's really fun, I might knock it out. So if you're watching live, stay tuned. If not, thanks for watching. Vantage says, dang, Prof, you got the Superman type of haircut with the thing on your forehead. Is this the thing? I mean, it's still weird to see hair this far down my head. Like, all of this is new hair. And it's very much hair that don't care. This video has gotten very weird. This broadcast has gotten very weird, but I appreciate all of you that are still here. Let's upload this video now. Mama Bear says, check PayPal. I think the last time I looked down and casually saw that, it was potentially Vietnam. Mama with the $5 holla! And it says, happy 82nd birthday to Grandma Bear. Grandma Bear is officially older than my church mom, Jean. And we are going to put Grandma Bear on the wall. Also, Herald of None, 3 a.m. Holla! So good to see you. Oh. Mama, would you like to call in and discuss the birthday of Grandma Bear? We can ask her about her roster again. 2075. That's still amazing. Amazing. Thank you again, Earth25 and others for sending me the 8.4 link. It was fun to talk about that while reading the comments. I would have obviously recorded it had I been home earlier, but sometimes it's fun to wait and see the response of people.
Hello.
Mama! Happy 82nd to Grandma Bear!
He's an old broad.
By the way, it's been a couple nights since we've heard from Bing Dong. I wonder if Utah is going so well he's not going to come back to Brooklyn Blaze.
He messaged me in the game. I guess he's having a grand old time.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, he deserves it. I can just imagine. Because he said that Brooklyn Blaze was not welcome in Utah. So I could just imagine him really rubbing that in. Which, you know, is what siblings are for, to rub things in. When
Absolutely.
were you ever competitive with siblings growing up?
Yeah. Still are.
What were you best at?
My sister and I were both really good in the shot put and discus
Hey,
when we were growing up.
You said you've handled hard balls your whole life.
Okay. Sorry, I was interrupted. And so we were always comparing like weightlifting records and throwing records, because I had like the indoor throwing record at our high school for a while, and I had a weightlifting record for a while. But I think she was ultimately better than I was.
Yeah. That's high praise for you to admit she was ultimately better than you. I was just saying that you've said all your whole life that you love to handle hard round balls, and so I had no idea the origin story of that being competitiveness with your siblings throwing shot put.
No. I mean, like, I had the indoor record. I'm sure it's been broken by now. But you know, I'll give it to her. She was better than I was, but you know, I've had bad knees my whole life, so I was always like wrapping my knees, and it was a mess.
I just thought you wore out your knees in college.
No, it was in church is when they got really bad. All that kneeling.
I thought you were talking about kneeling in church in college when there were not services present. I was confused for a second. Hey, everybody. Did you know I threw disc in middle school?
Did you really?
Yeah, it's not something I brag about because I almost died and was terrible. A kid threw a disc straight into my head and it missed me by a centimeter.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not good. I was much better at shot put than I was at discus. I hated discus. So I didn't really like put any practice into it. I would just kind of like, yeah, whatever, go. But shot put was my thing.
Check out Bama Boy's comment.
Yes, I'm Catholic, Bama Boy.
Yes. I knew you would love that comment. That was good. Oh, these are always my favorite part of the day, y'all. Just hanging out with you and talking MCOC.
What was your throwing record at
New Mexico?
in the discus?
I think I got to 100 feet, maybe.
That's damn good.
Not in my county. I never placed. But I will say this. You know how in disc they say so-and-so's up, so-and-so's on deck, and so-and-so's in the hole?
Yeah.
Well, I was so naive in middle school, I didn't know any, like, internet phrases. So I was sitting here with no idea of why everyone burst out laughing because there's a kid from our rival high school whose name was Michael Cox.
Oh, yeah, Cox in the hole.
Yeah, so when they said Cox in the hole, everybody laughed. Like, parents laughed, coaches laughed, and I was like, is it because he's cocky? What?
You were so naive.
Yeah, I was that kid.
I think my farthest discus throw was only like 72 feet, but my shot put throw was 42.5.
That's really impressive.
That was my farthest.
My problem was I never wanted to trip over the hurdles, so I would always run like I'd clear them by like a foot. I look like an ostrich jumping hurdles. It was a spectacle.
Oh, Stephen Burst, track distance running. No. I can't do it. Like, we used to always have an event at the end of not every meet, but like certain track meets, we would always have where the field people would do like a 4x100 relay.
Oh, yeah. Jason
and I always loved that because I was quick, but like long distance running, forget it. My side would start hurting and nope, all done.
I understand. Legacy, I'm glad that they still make kids run the mile at school because I heard some school districts banned it out of fear of upsetting parents, and kids need to do PE. They need to stay in shape.
We had to like climb the rope. Do you remember that?
So you were in the old presidential fitness test, and
yeah,
I had the opportunity to climb the rope, but I couldn't. Again, that's like an ostrich or like Big Bird having a seizure climbing a rope.
We had to climb that rope, and that thing was
that hurt
horrible.
Your hands. Yeah, it was
then the girls had to do the flexed arm hang, and I was just like, whatever. I'm like, I don't care. I would just go up, grab the bar, and then just go back down, and like, give me 0.1 second. I don't care.
Also, Legacy, I bet all of you are praying for rain on Wednesdays then.
I don't know who that is in Slain.
I'm so confused with the comments tonight. 10-cent note.
You did the 100, 200, 400, 800, and 1500 10-cent note?
How? Is that even legal to do that many events?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you can do the 100, the 200, the 400, the 800 is like 2 laps around, but how do you then squeeze in the 1500?
You don't. Not on different days, but still. Dude, your shape must have been amazing. Mine was round and slow. Ooh, y'all, this is the first time I fought this guy. Prowler looks cool. He
does look cool. I will admit Spider Punk looks cool, but he was easy to fight.
Yeah. Oh, Mark. Is it Dick or Richard? Jason? Oh, Harry.
Harry Butte.
That's just cruel. Also, this Prowler fight's kicking my tail, y'all. I just need to... It's interesting that he does the whole Nimrod turn your power off thing. I also wonder who the first early access bundle is going to be. Do we think it's going to be Prowler?
I don't know.
Jason, I was offensive lineman and tight end, not a huge running component, just 10 yards or so at a time. Yeah, well, that's definitely more strength than speed. Kickrock says Prowler, too. Well, there you go.
Harry Butt Plumbing. That's funny, Jason.
Also, we have 33 viewers, 19 likes. You can get the like button up. Maybe. Maybe. All right. Let's see what we have to open, Mama. Yay for free units. Kickrocks, I was under the impression we could get Deathless King Groot today. I read too much into your comment last night, and I was like, oh, man. No, not yet. Harry, I bet Harry's family all cracked up. You know, they all cracked up. Also, shout out to the dean of the channel, who I think is still families continuing to try to improve the health. So, Mom, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Greetings, YouTube. I'm enjoying opening up, when we can, a 6-star and then doing a Valiant Crystal Challenge as the new goal of the channel on a nightly basis, because it's sort of like a chance to open a 6-star and a 7-star in the same crystal opening, and it's just really good rewards. Kickrocks, I still believe that you're the first person I know that was able to do all of the challenges of Deathless King Groot. Now, Grandma Bear is technically the student of the night, but Mama Bear got her on the board. What profile pic do you think captures Grandma Bear the best?
Oh, let's go with Omega Red.
Okay. Special or regular?
Regular.
Okay. All right, Mama.
Yes.
Let's start with the 6. Y'all, I am getting so many more 7-star shards because of not going for the featured ever. That's the advantage. But there is something about opening the featured that's still fun. Tell me when to tap, Mama.
Right now.
Mama, what is going on in the comments?
Do not get onslaught.
Oh no, this is the basic, remember?
Oh, you're a basic.
This is just another excuse for Mama to roast me. Could someone please send that luck to the direction of our Lord and Savior, a.k.a. the 7-star version of Spider-Ham / Red Skull, other Lord and Savior? Kick Rocks, I want you to be right so bad when it comes to a 7-star in these. All right, Mama. What's the number?
1.
Ooh, 1 is the loneliest number. All right, first crystal is on the reel. Look at all those beautiful 7-star Venoms in the reel. Tell me when to tap.
How about... No.
I seriously wonder what % of Valiant players have opened a 7-star from these. I love that, though. That's the best we've opened all week.
Oh, that's nice.
It's beautiful. Comparing this to like the Act 8.4 rewards we discussed, I was like, I get those just from free rewards every week, but the Act 8 completion and exploration are really the point, not the Act 8.4 rewards themselves.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Well, deja vu. 100% and 10%. So I guess that's what people mean by 110% of any given effort, you know?
It's tier 6 basic night.
It really is. It is just a basic night. I hate when you're this close to opening a 6-star relic and you can't do it. Well, one of these days, between the free Paragon Crystal, the daily crystals, and other Valiant crystals, we're going to get a 7-star from those. I just don't know when that day's going to be. It's not going to be today, that's for sure. I just want to know what % of Valiant players have opened a 7-star from those daily crystals. It's got to be like less than 5.
What? No, I'm not Valiant.
You will be soon. You will be soon. I believe it. Act 8 Exploration. Your second rank up gem crystal.
Uh-huh.
I also want to say thank you to Mama Bear for getting us to stream 2075 and honoring the 82nd birthday of Grandma Bear. Congrats, Grandma Bear!
Woohoo!
We will see you all in the next broadcast. Until then, have a good one. Good night.
Good